Nawe aliyeyo badde weewuunya nti no gino uniform abazambala bakola mulimo ki? Yes, ke kaseera nzidemu ekibuuzo kyo nti kino ekyambalo kyolaba kati saa zino kyennyambadde kino ekyambalo ky'abafumbi, ate abo abafumbi abali proud. Olwaleero nkuleetedde amawulire amalungi. Obadde ofumba naye nga mu butuufu naawe weebuuza kati mukama wange bw'anyaga ne ndoopawa nga naawe mukama nga naawe bossi waffe obadde weebuuza kati kyefu bwanzirukako nga agenze na kino ekintu wa wendoopa. Ekituufu kiri nti nkuleetedde amawulire amalungi nto unioni yazze kubeera nga eyimirira naawe bossi waffe ate neyimirira naawe omufumbi. Kati gwe omufumbi ali eyo ke kaseera ke kano wegatte ku union yaffe eya Uganda Professional Chiefs Union, twegatteko tubeere nga at least tukunnyonnyola engeri gy'olina okutambuzaamu emirimu gy'abakama bo. Ate naawe mukama waffe tunoonyeeko wonna we tuli obeere ng'otunnyonnyola kika ki eky'omufumbi gw'oyagala, kuba ebiseera ebisinga tufunye ensobi nnyingi nga oyagala kuuku ate osaba kyefu, oyagala kyefu osaba kuuku, naye olw'okuba nti gwe buli gw'osanga mweno jaketi olowooza ye omuntu omutuufu gw'oyagala. Ekituufu kiri nti ansa ffe tugirina kyefu. Bamala okusoma mu butuufu naye olowooza emirimu giganye, emirimu zitera okututuukirira ffe ngaffe abali mu industry, naye naffe tetumanyi gy'oli. Kati gwe nga bw'oba totunoonyeza ne tukubuulira nti no omulimu bw'oba ogwagala weegatte ku union ejja kuba ekugezaako naye okunoonyeza emirimu ate ejja kuba ekubudaabuda nti omulimu bw'oba ogumaliriza ng'oyagala kukyusa oyita mu nkola bweziti na bweziti n'obeera nga okyusa n'odda ku mulimu omulala. Nze Magala Haruna, National Coordinator wa Uganda Professional Chefs Union. Ate nga Uganda Professional Chefs Union tusangibwa wano Makindye kumpi wano mu njegoyego z'ekibuga Kampala, ate ng'osobola otukubirako ku namba zaffe togenda okulaba awo wansi obeere ng'otunoonyaako wonna we tuli. Yes, tugenda kuba nga tukuyamba omanye etya nti kale refresher course ngijoiningiramu wa nze bosi nfunawo omufumbi omulungi. Ligamawulira amabiri gentuletedde tunoonyeeko weebale nnyo webalire ddala.
Get ready for the most thrilling skating event of the year. The Entebbe East African Road Skating Marathon 2025 is back in the beautiful city of Entebbe, Uganda. Strap on your skates and join champions from across the region for a high-speed 42-kilometer marathon showdown. Big cash prizes await for both seniors and juniors, boys and girls alike. For senior category, first prize $280, second prize $140, third prize $70. For junior category, first prize $84, second prize $60, third prize $28. Registrations open now. For early registrations, $15, and for late registrations, $19. Our partners and sponsors are proud of this one-of-a-kind event. It's not just a marathon, it's a celebration of speed, skill, and sportsmanship. Do not miss out. Be there, be first, be legendary.
tewali buzibu. Nenga bano batono. Nga they are still on the other side. I think I can a little bit wait for them. Okay. Then we'll add to 1. Are you already 12? Yeah. Okay, now what are you do? If you already 12, let me push this 12. We first get done with this section, then I send you to the main kitchen as others join here. Yeah, I think that will be better. That will be better at least. Who is there left? Chopping board, Eddie. What's the? Oyagala ya camera ki eno eri. Okay. Yes, all our viewers, my name is Chef Magala Haruna, as usual. So our pizza section is yet to start, so just stay tuned as we have already been promising you. Now, I had already introduced myself earlier on, that my name is Chef Magala Haruna. I'm the director, the General's Pizzeria. Wherever you will find the General's Pizzeria, I'm the person behind it. But not only that, I have another responsibility. I'm the national coordinator for Uganda Professional Chefs Union. Uganda Professional Chefs Union, it's the union that takes all of you. Even if you will be in the housekeeping, even if you will be in the service, but as long as you are into hospitality, I'm sure we all understand the word hospitality in general. So as long as you are into hospitality, UPCU, Uganda Professional Chefs Union, it's the union that takes you. There will be no any other union that will take you. So in case of anything, neither you have any complaint with either your boss or there is all your other you want a recommendation from the union, just like the way you see that there is nursing council, there is a union for the teachers. You as a chef, you have also got a union. It's called the UPCU, Uganda Professional Chefs Union. And it sits in Kampala at Mabilis Complex. That's where our offices are. But it does not necessarily need you to go at the office as long as you subscribe to the union, to be part of the union. Any information you need, rather any information that you need to raise, you already know the directors, the SG, the Secretary General. So it is very, very, very easy for you. So I will explain more about the union, and indeed I will tell you the good news for the union that it has for you, even before you graduate for this. There are some good news, even starting by tomorrow, to those who will be willing to join. Union has got there is a conference that is going on. It's for the Hotel Owners Association. It's at Hotel Africana. It started today. It's going to be there tomorrow and on Sunday. This conference, it has got cooking section. So where we are going to be competing in different cuisine, but mostly in Ugandan cuisine. So it is free of charge for all the students. I didn't know you. So whoever is willing to join, please, tomorrow you can come and be part. It will, as it will even be their first time to enter Hotel Africana. Tomorrow. Yeah, it starts tomorrow and is Sunday. It starts by exactly 8. Everything will be set. So there will be chefs competition. There will be a lot because it's for Hotel Owners Association. So you'll meet almost all the directors on those hotels where you're going to ask for a job. So that thing is going to be there. Then after that, in October 17th, UPCU, Uganda Professional Chefs Union, has organized chefs. We have always been calling it Chefs Conference, but this time around, it's a Chefs Convention whereby there is still cooking sections, But this cooking section, it's all over that. It's competition that are going to happen here in Entebbe at Lekevik Hotel. And this competition is going to call almost all our chefs, because even we have competed on different level. We've gone to Nigeria, we've gone to Ghana, we've gone to Singapore for the World Chefs competition, we've gone to Rwanda. So this competition is now for East Africa. They are going to be here at Lekevik Hotel. For the student, it's going to be only 50,000. And there is even that part of where you students are able to come and compete, because there will be section where we only need students to compete into that section. So you will get all the information from me. I will share the contact. Those who are willing to come tomorrow to Hotel Africana, you will be welcome. Those who are going to make it to 17th, 18th, and 19th at the Lekevik Hotel in October, still you will all be welcome. Now, that was part of the UPCU. Now we are coming to Ginelos. Ginelos has been in existence for some good years, close to 15 years. I found myself that I'm not doing only pizzas, though I do beyond the pizzas. I'm a chef. At least who can do. I don't want, because this is the challenge we always find when I hire somebody and I'm like, what are you best at? And he's like, me, I'm a continental chef. I understand maybe that's how you call yourself to be, but being a continental chef, I doubt if we really have somebody who is a continental chef. You can only be able to do some of the food that are done all over the continent, because being a continental food means that you can do food all over the continent, which is a lie. No one can do food all over the continent, but we can do just a piece of each. Even because you can't tell me that you are a continental chef, you can't even do our indigenous food here. You can't do food from Eastern, you can't do food from Western, from Central. If they tell you that, okay, please do for us Malakwanga, you can't even there try. They tell you, okay, please make for us some Malewa. No one can really somebody who is holy, I'm a continental chef. You should just understand what you can do best. If it is possible, you can only explain that at least with this and this and this and this, I believe I can. There, you will be good to go, because it's a challenge I always get when I'm hiring, even me personally, when I'm hiring, because I do hire. So, for now, you will be free to ask me any question you want, but I'm taking you as in the origin of a pizza. I understand most of you may have eaten pizza somewhere, or other you have even tried it, but you may be just doing it, but when you don't know how did this start, how did it come to be called a pizza, how can I do it, what are those ovens that are really specifically for doing pizzas? We have got so many ovens that you can use and come up with a pizza, but we have at least the origin. We have that real oven that started this story. And if any of you have ever done a pizza and has ever used that oven, it's called a brick oven. Yeah, it's a brick. It uses firewood and it's built into brick. It's not the electric oven that you have always been using. That is a pizza oven, that what you see there. So, that oven, it does the best pizza. If you have ever tasted the pizza anywhere, that oven does the best, because it has got that real aroma. It can do just like the way you enjoy food that is prepared on the masiga. In the way that food tastes is not the same way the food that we prepare on gas, the food that we prepare on electricity, it's not the same way it tastes. I understand everybody can at least feel that. But when he goes back home, there is a way he enjoys that food his mom prepares. So we always understand that our mom are the best. Yes. They have got the best recipe that we can't even copy and paste. We can't. So that oven does the best. Now, how did this pizza started? So we have a pizza called the Margarita. A pizza called the Margarita is the mother of all pizzas. So whoever is doing a pizza, or rather whoever is given a chance to do a pizza menu, please don't forget to include a Margarita. It's that one thing that excludes you from to others, that you really understand the origin of a pizza when you can at least talk about Margarita. It may not really look nice, but it's the mother of all pizzas. What makes it to be the mother of all pizzas? It was the first pizza to be eaten. It was the first pizza to be made. It was called the Margarita. Why was it called the Margarita? Because it was served to Queen Margaret in Italy, Naples. So this pizza started in Italy, Naples, and this in 1880. That's when this pizza was served to Queen Margaret by Chef Raphael. Chef Raphael, this Queen Margaret came to the restaurant, and Chef Raphael wanted to offer Queen Margaret something at least he can eat, and maybe he enjoys Italy. So when Chef Raphael thought of what to offer, he really looked at the whole world as Italy. So he made a pizza Margarita in an Italian flag. So Margarita pizza has 3 colors, and those 3 colors stands for Italian flag. So I'm giving you the history of pizza. Those 3 colors stands for Italian flag. Who knows the Italian flag? The colors on the Italian flag? No one knows. We all only know Uganda. So Italian flag has white, red, and green. Those are the color that stands for Italian flag. White, red, and green. So this pizza was made into that color. It was set by, after making the pizza, the flat dough, then he used these tomatoes. He used these tomatoes to come up with the sauce. So this tomato gave him a pure red color. So with that red color, that was the pizza sauce that he was making. Then from there, he made the cheese. Cheese is always in white. Send me some cheese, please. Cheese brought up the real color for white. So when he had this flat bread, he added the sauce, which brought a red color. Then after adding the sauce, then he added the cheese, which brought up the white color. Then after that, he added the basil. Basil, it's basil that brought up the real. It's basil that brought up the real flag. That is the green. That's the green. So that pizza Margarita stands for 3 colors. It stands for green and white, and red is the basil. Do you all know basil? No. Some know, some don't know. Okay. We have some basil here. We are coming there. So this is basil. That is basil. As you see this basil, you see it. It's one of the major herb that Italians use when they are doing their food. In pastas, in pizzas, even when they are just making tea, this basil It's one of the best herb that Italian has that they use on food. No wonder you see Italian is at least ranked to be either number 2 or 3 to have the nice and tasty food. It has even ever been number 1. So these are one of the herbs that they use. So after using this basil, they use the oregano. So there is let no one lies to you that when you're making a pizza, you should have this Raiko, you should have the rosemary. Let that maybe be in the sauce. But when you're making a pizza, please don't add those things. Italian pizza, it has its origin and it has few ingredients that we add on and few things that we add on, and that's only basil and some rosemary, some oregano, I mean. To me, oregano, Eddie, I don't have oregano here. And I really wanted maybe a block of pizza, something in a block of cheese. So at least I've given, it's all about the pizza. Because when we talk about margherita pizza, we have already talked about all pizzas. These other things are just name. Let no one confuse you. Other things, those are just names. You will find another one is called margherita, I mean chicken, and you find it on my menu, I call it polo. What does polo mean? Polo, it's called chicken in Italy. You will find another one is called beef. Or you find it on somebody's menu is called nyama pizza. What is it? Because he has put nyama. So these are just names. What you consider while you're eating, or other way you're knowing what it is, the toppings that they have put in. Otherwise, the rest are just name. So never go to somebody's restaurant and you're like, no, me, I don't know how to do chicken pizza. I don't know how to do any kind of pizza. You may, because they have never taught you about that specific pizza. The truth is, it may be just a name. There are just a few pizzas that don't change name, like margherita. The rest can change any name. It's only margherita pizza that does not change. On the history of pizza, it's only margherita pizza that remains with its name. But the rest, they do change. What you should consider is the toppings down. The rest change. So this is our cheese. The other one, we said that it stands for white, and it is this one integrated. Yes, this is the basil that stands for the other green we talked about, and these are the tomatoes that stands for the other red we talked about. Hope everybody is now understanding how the margherita is coming up. Yeah. Okay, now we are going to do the dough. We have understood how we are going to see how Chef Raphael made his dough. There are so many ways of doing this dough, but we are looking at the authentic recipe, the real recipe that Chef Raphael used. It also has no shortcut. So others, somebody may tell you, let's put this and the other because he's trying to look for his or her own pizza with that real recipe that Chef Raphael used. So this is how everything started. We have our water. In most cases, if you are not on rush, or even if you are on rush, I would prefer you use lukewarm water. Lukewarm means that water that you can dip in your finger and it doesn't burn you. That water that you can feel, that's the lukewarm. You at least boil it. Why you should use lukewarm water? Because it will help the yeast that you're going to put in to dissolve very fast. Because what does yeast do in the dough when you are using it? It's a raising agent. Yes. So when we are using that raising agent and we put it in, it will really, it will raise very fast. So you use that. The measurement will always depend on the quantity. We may not be really specific at Chef Yangamba to come up with with the 2 kg, I have to use this. No, it is always what matters. And here, somebody tells you you're going to mix for 15 people pizzas and you want to use 2 cups because chef told you that. No, use common sense. So now we have our water, we put in our water. After putting in our water, we are looking at the real recipe. We put in our salt, we put in our yeast. That is our yeast. Now we put in oil. Eddie, I didn't get any oil here. We said we should know what we put first and last, but the quantity will always depend on what you're going to do. So we put in our oil. Now I want you to at least help you understand this. It is always water that should be much, not oil. Talk water. Don't get 20 oil and you put in 2 cups of water because you want to do a pizza. Because they told you we use oil and you will get chidomala chabuta and we are doing a pizza. No, it should always be. It should always be what? It should always be. Yes. So yes, the yeast. When yeast it has been opened, that you've been using it, in most cases that yeast is not that live. So you can either put a little bit more. But when I talk about a little bit more, don't again put the full circuit. Yeast is too strong. You're making like a 2. If you're making like a 2 kg, these are 2 kg. Put 2 teaspoons of yeast. 2 teaspoons of yeast. Unless when yeast has stayed for so long out, then you can put 3. Because sometimes that yeast was stayed for so long, it is not that active. It does not react very fast. Salt, put enough that you feel to taste. With the salt, I need you to use your common sense. At least you taste and feel, okay, this is the taste I need. Don't put the full circuit because they told you put salt. They will say out of the gate. So we mix this very well. We mix it to the extent that you are not seeing any particle. Neither you're not seeing any yeast there, nor salt. There is another thing you people do, which is very okay. You can add a pinch of sugar if you want. If you want. Rather, if there is that taste you want, it is okay. It's not a crime. It's not bad. Me, I don't. But you can. And you don't find it and you say, eh, onotamanyi kola pizza. No, you can. A pinch. It is so should be as much than that. Don't again use sugar to be a major ingredient, yet it should be the salt. The salt is, as in that sugar is just to confuse. Yes. So if they have all mixed together, then we get our all-purpose flour. I'm not saying you should use azam. If you have your butter, to use it instead of oil. For if we are following the other recipe for Chef Raphael, he didn't use any butter, neither any. But you can still use it as long as you have melted it. Though there is another smell that it's going to give within your pizzas. Yes, that smell that it's going to give you. You may not like it, and you start that. Maybe that may be your selling point. The people will be because of that butter. This oil does not contain any smell that it will give to you. And in most cases, if we are using the vegetable oil, it will just be the best. Chef Raphael, in fact, used the olive oil. So this mixture has really mixed very well. So what we do is to add our all-purpose flour. We you don't sieve the flour. You don't sieve the flour. Yeah, it is really better being used like this. If you sieve it, it may not give, you may lose the rising agent that it has as flour itself. We only sieve it when we are going to do the cake, and the reason the reason I was sieving, when you're not sure either it is really kept well. What if it was opened and there is there is anything maybe. So that's why we always sieve. But here we are just opening it, so you don't need to sieve it. We didn't. It's just because this was a temporary kitchen that we had set. But if it was the major kitchen where we are going to enter, it was supposed to be that at least each of us has washed the hand, because now we are not going to use any mixer. We use our hands. So somebody should either wash the hand and to do this mix for us. So if you people have you done pizza before? Not yet. Okay. But what I'm giving you, it's just a base. Now, because what I'm giving you, it's like driving to car. We have got two types of car. We have manual and automatic. Now I'm giving you the manual car. You driving the manual car. Whoever drives a manual car, reaching at an automatic is just a walkover. It's just to sit and sip anything you want to sip. Yes. So here, even on that oven, you can't. When the moment you have learned to use that oven, you've learned to do it. You've learned to do it. The other one is just a matter of roll and put the toppings, and it goes in the oven. You get? Please, Chef Musa, do the work. You've done me very good that you removed the bangles, because I'd seen them. I was wondering if they never told you that bangles should always be off when you're going to do anything, because we doubt what it is going to give us. Chef Musa, fanya ni nguvu. I see you can make it. You can. Now, Musa, you shift that to a surface. A surface is your worktop. Now, you shift this to any surface, anywhere you choose, so that you need it. You need it using this palm. Yeah. So you shift here, you add in some flour. So you need it. Not until it does not stick on you, neither it does not stick on the surface. Yes. We are going to understand, even if you're using your hand or you're using a mixer, how do we understand that this dough is ready? Do we people know how we understand if the dough is ready? No. Okay. The way we understand how the dough is ready, first is by the dough not sticking in the surface in the bowl that you're using, where you're kneading it from. It does not stick on you. But lastly, it should be when you place it, it can rise back. Elastic is okay, but when we have done it, you place it, it has to rise back. Yes. Okay, Chef Musa, I'm sure you'll show me. You see, at least it's not like the way you started. It does not really stick on you, neither it does not stick on the surface. Just a minute. Those that have not put on apron, you can put on some apron. And those that have not put on ADGs, you can still cover here, because we really don't entertain it to have that open. Yes. It might be an excuse for a customer. The moment he sees you that you are the one who has made the food, and he sees you, the hair is like that, he can excuse that is like, I have found oluviri mumere yange. You mean it doesn't open? Huh? So you're going to go to the head chef and you're like, chef, this thing has failed? So now, this is our dough. We are going to keep it somewhere warm to rise. Yes. This dough in Italian style, it should take 24 hours. Yes. They always use it when it has taken 24 hours. However, for our case, we are going to use it when it has taken 20 minutes. But we have the one that has already raised. So our work will be going on as we raise this one. Yeah. So this one should double itself. After doubling itself, then we portion it to know how many pizzas does this gives us. Yeah. That's why we are going to keep it. As we are keeping it, we are going to be looking at the sauce. Because, okay, we have understood how to do that dough. Then we need to know how to do the sauce. Then we know the basics of rolling. And I'm lucky that each of you, I don't know how the time will be on, if the time will be on our side, but each of you has to do a pizza. And that is what you're going to eat. The time we should play at least with Sambia candy. So as we this you keep it in a clean bowl where you will be able to cover it either with a clean cloth or with a clean film. So somebody should take this to chef inside there to keep it for us. Please do that work. Chef Eddie, send me at least a saucepan. When someone will call it a sauce with some rosemary. Definitely. Okay. Now we are now going to see how the sauce is done. This is my recipe. I again tell you that if you find there is another recipe they may give you, but I'm giving you the recipe that I have, and it may be the real one, because others we just look for how we want our taste to be like. That's why you will find others will put a lot of things. He will find that he has almost 80 bottles of oyster, blah blah. He's trying to look for the taste. But to me, I understand one thing with pizza. It only needs few things. It needs somebody, when somebody is eating a pizza, what he needs to taste the bread, he needs to taste the sauce, he needs to taste the cheese and the topping. In fact, the topping is the last option. Why? Why the topping is the last? Because everybody knows how the chicken tastes. Everybody knows how the meat tastes. So what we want to know that makes your pizza to have another recipe is the sauce. If at all you're using your homemade sauce, the cheese you're using, because most of people they mix mozzarella, cheddar, gouda, blah blah. I don't know what they are looking for. I understand that pizza, it always has to be mozzarella. The rest of the cheese is always added on the customer's request. Let's say somebody says he wants a quarter fromage. A quarter fromage, that's a 4-cheese pizza. The pizza with more than one cheese, that's when we can mix. But some go beyond and they look for different taste. That's their recipe. What I'm giving is my recipe. So with the sauce, we at least we all know where to get these tomatoes, and most of you are farmer. You can have them at your garden, or you can even go and look for it anywhere in your grocery. So you have your tomato like this. You can cut it in any way you want. Now there is a way of cutting it like that. Somebody may need to cut it like that, and it boils. Somebody may choose to cut them like this. He has 4 pieces. Somebody may choose to cut it like this. They are all right. And somebody may choose to cut it more. All those are ways then of cutting. Then somebody may choose to just do it like this. And boil. Somebody may choose still we have to just shoot like that and boil. Now, why all this time? For here, you are called whatever you any shape you're using in that way. That means that the end result is blending. Yes. Here, when this tomato is boiled, this skin will pluck off. Here we are going to blend with the skin. Here we will be able to pluck off the skin. So we just only blend the inside stuff. So whoever puts this mark, it is helping for you to pluck off the skin. So in that one, he may necessarily not blend it. He may just whisk it, then he puts on the sauce. So that should not limit you from having your pizza, either your homemade sauce, because you don't have a blender. No, you can just do it like this. You boil it to the finest, then you pluck off. Because the hardest thing with this, it is always this skin. When it is off, the rest can be a sauce. So that is our step. Then we add onions in any way. But please don't put kalambo like I said in any way. So you add your onions. You had your I use this. This is rosemary. This is dried rosemary. I always add my rosemary. I always add cooking oil of any kind. Either it's a vegetable oil or anything. I always add cooking oil. At least that cooking oil should be a little bit more. Then I always, when I'm doing pizza, one thing I don't forget is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend in the kitchen. Oregano. No one will compete with her. Then we add the water. The water that we always, water should not be much than the stuff, because these tomatoes, they make water. So if you put water that overs them, then it is going to be so diluted. You should always just support it with some water, such that when you blending, at least it will be easy for you to blend when you have supported it with some water. And indeed, we should always never forget to say the salt it for our things to taste. The moment you forget the salt, of course you will get that taste that you want as a diabetic. But we may not necessarily all be diabetics. So now this will be ready for boiling. We boil until it's ready. If it is taking, I don't know the level of fire you're going to be using. You may be using candle, or rather you may be using high pressure regulator, or whatever you may be using. So until it's ready. It may not really necessarily call for any minute that the standard minute should be this, but until it's ready. So after that it goes for boiling, then we go to that stage of rolling the dough. Let me get that our dough. It should be ready. Chopping rolling pin mujirina. Jimpe, by the way, send it here. Watch is not a problem. Bango is the problem. Watch is not a problem. It's bango is the problem. Because whatever hides in this bango, we don't know. But watch, you should always be on time. We get it. So now this is the next. What we are going to do? We are going to roll 12 pizza. You go inside. You start the topping. Class. Whoever gets done with topping is the you go afumbe iyo. And we are only having 3 pizzas. What I mean, we have chicken, we have beef, and the vegetarian, or even a margarita to anyone who wants. We are not going to have pizza with this rabbit meat, mushroom, ham. However, I have over 24 types of pizza on my menu. 24. But at least to learn with the time, we are not going into those choices. You will have them when you come back here as a guest. Yeah, as a guest. Please, a question from what we covered. Which one? The pizza. With that oven, it takes only 3 minutes. It's out. Yes. Please roll your pizza very fast. You roll your pizza. That is your pizza. Oba simanyi ono yabadde alumwa enjala gwe ntandikiddeko neera. Yet she was supposed to be the last. But the pin, you will wait a little bit. When we are rolling, this is how we do it. You should not forget the flour. You always add some flour, you roll. You turn, you add some flour, you roll. Not until it reaches at that size you want. This pizza we are going to roll, it should be 10 inches. We have got 10, 12, and 14. So we are rolling 10 inches. Somebody is going to ask him or herself, how do you roll the pizza and it comes out on the same shape? It's by driving it, by turning it. So what I mean is that when you're rolling, you make sure that all edges are the same. Because when you roll and some edges are thick or some are thin, your pizza is going to be burnt. It will be burnt by these edges, yet other edges are it's not ready. So you make sure that when you're rolling, you keep on driving it. But we have got the rolling machine, so you never know the kitchen you may enter, it may have that, the rolling machine. But I prefer you learn how to roll it because there may be a chance where the rolling machine is faulty. I don't know whether you're going to tell the client that today we are not making the pizzas. And another way, if you want to come up with a very good round, it should always be like this. You should always start from here. You should always start from here. You roll it from your hand. Please roll that. Roll that. That one is done. And when you're done with that, I want one pizza scoop. Give me the aluminium one. For somebody to scoop it from down, he brings it there. There is another way in Italian way. In most cases, they don't roll using the pin. We roll using our hand. We put it in a flour, but that is the flour that has, give me please. That is the flour that has taken something like a 24 hours. So it is very soft and elastic. So you just put it in the flour, you roll with your hand. By just using this, you roll it with your hand. Then after you roll it from here, that's how you see toasting it. You toast it until it makes the shape you want. You put the sauce, because for them they want it when it has these edges. In the middle, it doesn't have to be with anything. So, whose is this? It is your pizza. Now we are putting the whole. So I want you to scoop it from here. You take it to the other side. We are putting because we are going to hit we are going to reheat the bread. We are not going to set it direct from here. The method I'm giving you will be even able to make 100 pizza in 1 hour if you have got this bread. But please, I would prefer the bread to be used on that very day, not having them and you keep them in the fridge. At least you rather keep the dough, not the bread. Okay. Yes. So, the dough can be kept in the fridge? Yes. No, excuse me. It's not by putting it with your hand. We are imagining it has sauce. Are you going to lift it like that? No, yes. So give yourself a space. You scoop this pizza. It goes. You rotate like this. Now, we are sure that the sauce that has been on it has already poured. You can put it in the oven after you put the topping. Musa, you keep your pizza is becoming like a map of Africa, but it is okay. We will deal with it. After you bring that scoop to Musa, he scoops his. You have 20? Okay. Alina bottle at way. You're going to set from there. We are going to set from there. Just a little chochoka. It is called a pizza bread. It's called the pizza bread. Yes. That one is called the pizza bread. Musa, this is what you use to put in these holes. So give it to Musa. This one is always in the kitchen. Very fast, and we give the pin. Have you people ever used the bottle? I get some bottle. Yes. Yes, because I'm sure I may have ever used the bottle. Yes, so we can get some bottle. Yes. Yes. Who? Maria. The scoop is there. The pizza scoop is there.
Chef Maria.
Jenny, mfunirako ko bottle nga 3 empty bottle. Maria, we are expecting it is pouring. Endelea. It's one problem that no one introduced him or herself to me, but that's okay. We will. Eh? No, did anyone told me his or her name? No.
Chef Maria.
What you have learned is what you're going as the pizza she made. So consider having it with a good shape. The only way we can come up with a presentable pizza, it's when it has got the shape. If the pizza has no shape, it is no longer a presentable one. You will not garnish it, you will not do anything, and not until you have got it. And in my kitchen, I may not accept trimming. Because I will ask you so many questions. Why are you trimming it? Didn't you know what you're going to make? Eddie, those abalina pizza zabwe ezivuddeyo zibawa oversetting. We have got it only chicken, beef, and vegetable, or even somebody who wants. So you give them cheese, you give them sauce, because we need time. Because I need this team to join. Remember, for them, they are starting from the scratch. Give her. Give her the bread. Yeah, flour. We said the pizza, but it is okay. Eddie, kamuyisize muka board. Anaye toyina kyo toyina loli. But the bottles are coming. Jen, you got? Hey, please. Bwaneno be bagenda ozikozesa.
Yeah, you make small pieces.
Kwegamba olw'olumpi okwenge nayo kampipi. So it's not by force that you have to put.
You put onions. You would have separated those onions.
Taking them with bag.
There is a way where this pizza will have sauce, meaning that pizza is already now spoiled. The moment you scoop it and it folds, it is already spoiled. So no kubusalasala ugenda bwabusoboka. Nina MP joining. What do you joining joining? Put your choice. No, let them make their choice. Please make your choice. Eat how you have been wanting to eat. No, let them. Let them make their choices. If that's your choice, I want to join. Okay. But Chisubi Chisas. Now, so it was Chef Raphael who started this pizza thing, and he served it to Queen Margaret, and that is the origin of pizza. That's why Margarita pizza is called the Margarita, and it should always be called. It's only one pizza called the Margarita that does not change, and it will not change. That Margarita pizza, even if you are given a chance to do a menu, the pizza Margarita, it will always remain Margarita, even in name and in the toppings, because it stands for at least 3 color. It stands for the flag of Italy. So it stands for 3 colors. Who knows the flag of Italy? The colors that it stands for. But that is the fact. But she copied the exams. So the Italian flag stands for 3 colors: green, white, and red. So this pizza was made in those 3 colors. It was made in green, that is the basil. This is the basil. Those are basil leaves. And so that is the last topping that he added. White, this is the cheese. It is the sauce that gave them the red color. It's the cheese that gave them the white color, and it's the basil that gave them the green color. So that's how the Margarita, and Chef Raphael did that just to embrace the country with making a food that represents the whole country. That's why he came up with that. So how did the Chef Raphael started that? The real game started from, because then after he has sent it to the where he's going to boil the pizza sauce, he's making the dough. So we are going to start with the pizza sauce. Pizza sauce, it's always your tomato. This your tomato that you find anywhere. They are the one that makes our pizza, as they are the one that makes our sauce. I want to be a little bit faster because I feel everybody is even feeling to doze. Please don't doze. Temusumagira. This may help your son or your brother. So learn it. It's what it's what you have come to do. It's unfortunately you came a little bit late. That's why. Otherwise, by now we would be eating. But si buzibu bwa Uganda. Because singam 7 taisene baba siba. So when you're making this sauce, what you need is the tomato, the fresh tomato. What you need is the water, salt, onions, basil, and rosemary, and salt to taste, even cooking oil. So we get our tomato in any way. We can either choose to have it as it is, like this. We only remove this. You boil this. You can either do it like this. You boil this. You can either do it like this. You boil this, or you can either cut it that way, or even any other way. all those ones, as long as you're going to boil it at the end of you've set them in you add your cooking oil, your choice. But of course, you add a little bit, enough quantity, turning on the pizza like this. So, after when that is done, we always put some basil. But basil, when we are putting basil, we put it when this has already boiled. When we are at the level of blending, because we don't want to lose it. We don't want to overboil it. So we don't need to lose it. So you put everything is done, because they are around, like olive oil, everything they do, they always pinch with olive oil, oregano, basil. Oh, that is their major one. So you should always not forget, because that basil you putting there, it is even going to be on the pizza, it is even going to be in the sauce. So the rest, it will just be careful. People are just trying their best to look for the choice, but that is the best. So this is the oregano that we always have to add in our sauce. So in the sauce that we have made, there is oregano, there is salt, there is onion, there is rosemary, tomatoes, and basil, and oil. There is another one that you should always add, but on customers' request, or garlic. There are some people who are allergic to garlic. So on customers' request, you can add. And even garlic will help you for this sauce to stay longer. Yes, so if you're adding, you can add a little bit, some of garlic, for your things to come up well. Tewegomba ankulaba. Ojakole bibi. So now that sauce is going to be boiling. Take that sauce the other side. We assume as if it's boiling. We do the dough. The inside. As we do the dough, now we are going to learn how to do this dough. This is when I talk about the dough. This is what I mean. Somebody should ask me any question from what we've done so far before we go to the dough. What type of cheese are we using? We are using mozzarella cheese. There are so many types of cheese. We have cheddar, we have gorgonzola, we have Parmesan cheese, we have Gouda cheese, we have feta cheese. So we have got so many types of cheese. But for now, and for pizza, mostly we use mozzarella cheese. When we talk about mozzarella, this is the mozzarella cheese. This is the block, and this is the grated one. For anybody who is allergic to dairy thing, maybe you can always stay away from cheese. If somebody is really allergic to dairy things, because it's come out of dairy. And it is even ready for eating. You can even, because there are pizzas that we even do with this fresh as it is. Please. The taste you feel, that is the real taste you're getting. Mwemuli sanjala mbalabi. Katukole tugende kucha. You are excused. For how long do we boil that sauce? I'm not sure about the boiling, that thing you're going to use the boil. The other time I said somebody may choose to use a candle. Somebody may choose to boil on a candle. Yes. So I will not say 10 minutes when you're using a candle. I may not say 15 minutes when you're using ordinary stove. I may not say 15 minutes when you're using the gas. And more so when you're using a high pressure regulator. So when until they are ready.
How do you know that they are?
Yeah, of course. We are imagining it is the sauce. You will see that the tomatoes are smashed. They smash. That is automatically shows that they are ready when they are smashed. Nkweyo do. So now we are going to do the dough. We said with the dough, we use lukewarm water. Lukewarm, we said the water that we can dip in your finger and it does not burn. It doesn't feel anything. It's warm, but not that hot. There is difference between hot and warm. So we use a lukewarm water. Our lukewarm water, we are imagining we are doing a packet of 2 kg. This 2 kg, I'm not telling you to use the Azam. You can use any all-purpose flour as long as it's wheat. Because it's only wheat that can bring out the all-purpose flour. So we use all-purpose flour. It can be any brand. So we put our water. We are doing the 2 kg. If we are doing the 2 kg, we may put like 3 of them. Then we put our salt. We put H2Pisa. We put our yeast. Yeast is a rising agent. We all know that. But it's not put in everywhere. Somewhere we don't need yeast because of its scent. But here we need the yeast. And there are so many types of yeast. There is that yeast with big particles, and there is this fine yeast. This fine yeast is very good. The other one has got some smell that you may not like, if at all. You know what it means. So we put in our cooking oil. Mbabulireko ekintu kimu. Mukimanyi nga madamu yabeera biddemu okubakwata ku video ku kamera. Bali abafuddeko. Naye enjala emuyiseemu naye n'abeerabira. Ekisibo kimuyisa. Wakityenga? Oh, okay. So we are making sure that this should dissolve very well. Yeast should dissolve. What else? Salt should dissolve. When it has dissolved very well, that we don't see any particle there, even oil has mixed, then we bring our flour, our all-purpose flour. Somebody should do me a favor and he does that. He mixes that. Oh, but of course, you should have washed your hand first. I'm not sure how clean they are. And in the kitchen, we always visit the sink before anything. Before we touch anything, it's the sink first. So as he's going to be mixing this, remember our sauce is boiling. So it will only be the ingredients that we are going to use. I display these ingredients because they are major ingredients. These are most of the ingredients that we are using in most cases when we are doing these pizzas. When we are doing like a cheese, like as in margarita, chicken, beef, blah blah. These are most of the ingredients that we are going to be using. And indeed, they are the most of the ingredients that we use. Somebody should ask me a very good question that he has not understood very well. I'm willing to answer. Please.
Like if you are making 2 kgs.
Yes.
Yeast, how much do we put?
If we are making 2 kgs of this one, we put 2 good spoon, 2 teaspoons. But you can put 3 if at all your yeast has been outside for some time, because it has already lost some. Yes. It is coming to be expired. Mix it with some salt. So when you find a chef is adding some sugar, it is still okay.